Today's lesson will be talking about the differences between bacteria and viruses. They are both microorganisms, but do have differences. Although Louis Pasteur and Edward Jenner developed the first vaccines to protect against viral infections, they did not know that viruses existed. The first evidence of the existence of viruses came from experiments with filters that had pores small enough to retain bacteria. In 1892, Dmitry Ivanovsky, who is this guy right here, used one of these filters to show that sap from a diseased tobacco plant remained infectious to healthy tobacco plants despite having been filtered. So they took the sap from a diseased plant, they filtered the sap, which took out any bacteria, then they put the sap on a healthy plant, and that healthy plant got sick. So it wasn't the bacteria, it was something else, okay? Martinus Bijernik called the unfiltered infectious substance a virus. And this discovery is considered to be the beginning of virology. The notion that viruses were particles fitted nicely with the germ theory. It was not until years later, as microscopes were improved, that virus-infected cells could be observed more closely. But the virus particles were still too small to reveal any detailed structure. It was not until the invention of the electron microscope in 1931 that virus particles were shown to have complex structures. So I want you to notice this little asterisk right here. That means that there's a footnote at the bottom that relates to this electron microscope concept. So let's pause here, go down to the bottom. Today, some electron microscopes have magnifications of up to 10 million times, whereas most light microscopes have only a magnification of up to 2,000 times. These sizes of viruses determined using this new microscope fit in well with the estimations made during the filtration experiments. Even though viruses were expected to be small, the range of sizes came as a surprise. Some were only slightly smaller than the smallest known bacteria, whereas others were smaller than ever could have imagined.